development tonight. Got Tron up here in the booth, Archangel, Puddin Broadcasting. We got a couple people jumping in here. Um, Guys, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. A lot of these guys have rides. We got quite a few captains out there in there scouting from an in-race perspective. A lot of these guys trying to prove themselves. And we got to tell everybody, we talk about this whole time, it's not where you finish, it's how you finish and how you race throughout the night, Tron. Yeah, and Xfinity cars are so fun to run. Sorry, Arch. There's two different lines.
You're good, though.
Three different lines actually. That high side pretty much going to be predominant. Get good speed, great drive off of that. But again, a lot of these guys are going to utilize as many lines as I can to make these clean passes. Because man, we have 2 races tonight, 2 50% races, full fields. We have a lot of participants today, guys.
I'm going through trying to make a checklist of all the drivers in this race and the drivers that are not a part of our league. There's a lot. It's not our Deadpool, is it?
Especially with 3 times tire wear. No cautions, no stages. You're definitely going to want to be patient, but yeah, utilizing side draft, throttle control, everything is in perspective tonight. Like I said, all these captains look for more than just where you finish, or they look for how you drive too. Like Tron said earlier, man, how they utilize each other without actually wrecking each other and get into each other. So it's going to be interesting, man. Exactly. Yep. We'll say that a lot tonight. I think patience too, like we said. I'm excited. Plus, we've got a lot of good names in here. We've all raced for, trying to get into the Giggity. We do have Giggity drivers in here who want to come out and have a little bit of fun. So, yeah, Archangel, man, he's had his hands full trying to get these lobbies set up. I know Kate Taddy today.
Kate Taddy just made this so much harder on me.
The chats were going crazy, so it's awesome to see how many people want to participate here in Giggity. I had the opportunity to run with you last night for the first time in a while, Tron, and the people were talking about it last night. You hear it all the time. Hey guys, you talk about Giggity. You guys talk about Giggity. How can I get in? How can I participate? And again, we're more than welcome. We give you guys the proper authorities to get in. They set you guys up for a Friday night development race, and that's how you guys do it, man. I'm glad to see a great interest in this league. Exactly. It's a great giant group of friends, but it's almost a family, you know. As you know, we've had quite a few fundraisers and charity races, and we've raised some money for some of our drivers throughout the last couple weeks. And again, it's not just, hey, I'm racing Tuesday night. I get to race with these people, and everybody comes together and helps everybody when they need to, you know. Yep, he's weeding out right now. We're doing a public lobby. We got everybody in there. We're just bear with us out there a second. Again, I see all the messages coming through. We do apologize for that. I'm on the broadcast channel. Those ones popping up are actually from mine. I forgot to shut those off of mine. That's why we see those up there. But yeah, these guys getting anxious to race tonight, Ron.
And there's some help for us tonight.
YouTube, type in Giggity Racing, and tonight, if you want to watch, it's called the GRL Kansas Development Race 1. But yeah, jump on YouTube, type in Giggity Racing League, and go back and look at all the races throughout the last couple months, man. There has been great racing. Man, oh man. I get too excited sometimes. It's the same concept. We had so many interested drivers today that the could only have so many trucks, and instead of making a backup list of people just in case somebody bailed out, they started a second race, and it got filled up too, almost all the way filled up. Excuse me. So the development race 2 is going to be the other guys who signed up a little bit, they went down in order and stuff, but yeah, it's the exact same thing, just the second race with the other group of drivers who couldn't get into race 1 because the field was full. Hey, real quick, Tron, Miles out there says he can't hear one of us. Just make sure that you're on always allow. Shin Motorsports signs T-Clay for Xfinity. Just came through. Robbie Vids. Oh, good to talk to you now. Been trying to get a hold of you. I guess the time changeover in Australia is a little bit different, but great to have him aboard. Great to have T-Clay. I've known T-Clay for a long time now. One of my good friends. Raced with him in Heat 3. Met him over there. Yep, confirmation. He's going to drive for Shin Motorsports next year in an Xfinity car, so that's great to have you aboard, Trev. Real quick, did you said if you got that switched over, do a little test right there?
Okay, I just got it. A little technical difficulties there. How am I coming in?
How's that better for everybody out there? Matt BW to Canuck next year. Exotic to get her done. Wow, things are changing around. The silly season is upon us. Thank you, Miles.
Okay, what's our countdown coming up right here on Arch?
Waiting on these guys to get into chat parties right now, so we can take this to a private lobby, because if not, if we qualify like this, then I'm going to have to invite each driver in order.
There we go. Yeah, Miles says way better. Thanks, John. That's awesome.
Fantastic. All right.
So there for a couple minutes, you and I were going on about the race and how everybody wants to. So it looks like it's just going to be me talking to myself on the broadcast there for a minute. So we apologize, guys.
Well, then let's just let's do a quick little recap.
Yeah, let's recap. Have it at it, Tron.
All right, so what we're additionally looking for here tonight, I think, is going to be not just of course, the speed of the initial drivers, but I'm hoping to see some of that really clean side-by-side racing, and of course, throttle control, car control, and who's going to be smart out there. Who's going to have that patience in the beginning, really let the car set in, and see where it develops from there. Be patient on the track, race the track, and not just the other drivers.
That's something that I say a lot. I don't know if you know, but again, I raced professionally for a long time on motorcycles, and then my dad taught me that race the racetrack, not the racer. If the racer in front of you makes a mistake, you're 95% more likely to make that same mistake. So yeah, and something else, I don't know if I can say it very well, but like you said, just a whole surrounding, situational awareness tonight. Who's around you. If you see somebody going 3 wide, don't make it, back out of it. Try not to bring any big situations up, with no cautions, no stages. Everybody thinks that they're going to have to go out there, get to the front, I'd rather see no cautions, or, would have been cautions and cars spinning, and people getting frustrated trying to work their way back to the front and rage. And if that happens, stay calm, race your race, like Tron just said, and eyes will be on you. They're going to see how everything is panning out. Welcome ZL1 out there. Miles, appreciate it. Robbie out there again. So yeah, we're starting to fill up on here. TJ, yep. So
now before we go into racing, can we go over the settings of the race in general when it comes down to our tire wear and our length of race? I think
right now we're going to do a 4% qualifying, and then we're going to go into a 50% race on times 3. We're going to have stages with no cautions, no damage, no black flags.
So no damage on this one. All right.
Yep. It's yeah.
So those drivers are sweating a lot less.
It's a run what you brung.
There it is. So this should get really interesting now.
Oh, it's going to. I'm starting to invite the drivers now. Sorry about the holdup. It was.
Randy Caldwell again, man. Look at this. Appreciate it, K Taddy and Robbie out there. Underdogs next season now have Plant, Kay Larson, and Napa. Robbie also said Randy Caldwell will be driving a truck with myself and Kigo over there. So this is awesome to see. Randy Caldwell again. I've raced with him quite a bit in the old game. He is a veteran of the United States Air Force. He's currently active duty. So him and I started talking a little bit again because I was in the Air Force. So great to have Randy out there. Kate Taddy, we got right now Money Mike's up here, Tron, Arch, and myself. He's asking on the feed here who's in the booth. Money Mike, what's up, buddy?
Yes, John here.
Money Mike, go for Money
I
Mike.
invited one person so
What's
far.
going on, man? I'm trying to get this situated.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, Money Mike, the hitchhiker, the Mississippi man himself. Well, I say that he's from Texas, but he's on a big old barge, guys.
So you're mentioning earlier there that we were going to be seeing some good drivers here, some seasoned drivers, a few veterans, and then of course you were also mentioning how we were going to be seeing some of these green, fresh drivers trying to prove themselves. Now, how much of that tension do you think is going to spill over onto that track tonight, especially meaning that we don't have damage going on? So you can't get away with a lot of bumping and banging, not just a little.
I'm sure the nerves are flowing for these guys, and even still for me, on getting in a truck on a truck night, I get nervous. You know, there's so many great competitors out there, and you want to be able to prove yourself, and you don't want to be able to, if you get into somebody, you don't want to say, and have a controversy afterwards, So, yeah, my nerves are always flying, especially when I jump into these guys. Some of these guys who've never done development racing before with us, like I said, quite a few green guys out there. I'm sure they're really nervous too. Some of these other guys who have a little bit of experience, I bet they're saying, come on, you guys, let's have some fun.
Well, I will have to say this, though. You are speaking to one of them right now. First time broadcasting. It's going to be my first time running the race tonight. So I'm looking forward to seeing everything and every different aspect of Giggity Racing.
We definitely appreciate having you up here, man. It's always nice to get extra hand and get somebody some new experience up here. It's always fun to get another driver's perspective because we know we all race. We all have different opinions on how we race the tracks.
Yeah, it's great to have you up here, man. Like I said, I talked to you a little bit last night, and you gave a lot of compliments to everybody throughout the entire league, from the commentary to the booth, down to the drivers and the administrators. So, again, people like that, they watch, and that's how Tron, he has friends in here and stuff, so that was great to see, man, and appreciate all the nice words you had to say.
Oh, no, the pleasure all day long. When it comes down to the racing, and that's what we're looking for. We are looking for some talented racers. I mean, everybody wants to get out there and run clean and good. And again, that's where the nature of this game comes from. It's not just you're trying to get that fast time. Oh, go ahead.
Yep, evaluating knowledge and talent, not necessarily speed, coming from K Taddy himself, as you all know. Does so much for it. He is a captain, he is an administrator, so we put that very well. Evaluating knowledge and talent.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, and that's affirmed. Definitely evaluating talent.
Alright.
Buck, man, Buck out there. Buck put on one heck of a show for us the other night. Unfortunately, had a little circumstance, but great to have you out there. What's up, Buck?
Buck's always fast, man. You're a fast guy. You're doing a lot of great things in that vehicle right now, man.
He was tearing that last chicane at the Roval up. I am still not over again. That was over a week ago, guys. I'm telling you, that's how far back some of this great racing goes. People remember that stuff. Buck he was just making that thing his dirty little friend. Let's put it politely like that. He was just tearing that thing apart.
I'm a road course fan myself. I'll be more than happy to oblige you on a race.
Yeah. I don't know if Money Mike saw it the other day too, but I tried to sneak into the Canadian Motorsports Xfinity, even though I was in the truck, and once like I said last night, Caddy said, no pudding, that's a bad pudding, you cannot race tonight, but I did try to sneak in there on the roll call because I love Ma Turner Wright. I'm surprised my buddy Money Mike over there hasn't been giving any more grief. I had him licked a couple times at that track in the last couple of weeks, but this thing called fuel mileage, I still haven't figured it out yet, huh, Mike?
No,
No, not too much.
You know, that's always been a troubling matter when it comes down to some of these races, is that fuel economy. And that's something that, it's an art on your throttle control and just the ability to lift. There's other drivers I'll be running the exact same gear ratios and setups, and they'll be burping at a different time of some nature of some sorts, and they'll save that extra fuel and take it at the end. And it just baffles me, it really does at times. But I do believe it is an art, when it comes down to some of these cars and these racetracks.
I love how you said that too. I know, especially at road courses and stuff, but everybody has a different point. Somebody might back a corner up, somebody might drive it in a little hard. So again, situational awareness, knowledge of your competitors. Don't go plowing right into them on the first couple of laps. See where they are at, and then methodically work your way around them. Again, speaking of T. Clay earlier, one of my really, really good buddies, he gets so nervous when I'm behind him on a road course because he backs his corners up and I drive it in a little harder, and he's always like, "Puddin', don't hit me, Puddin', don't hit me, Puddin'," and he's cringing going into the corners, So, know how everybody drives around you. And again, some of these guys, you might even want to start near the rear and then work your way up smoothly. Again, it's not where you finish, it's how you finish, how you drive. So we're going to keep saying that a lot tonight, but that is a big deal here in the development league since it's been getting a lot bigger.
But and here's another crucial part. Not only on the starts, but a lot of drivers tend to I don't know, maybe forget the fact that the tires are still cold. So everything's going to slip around a little bit in the beginning. And you really got to wait for that car to set in at times, at least on a lot of setups that I tend to run. But I've noticed that a lot with drivers. It's not really their ability to drive. It's that car is actually still a little loose and needs to set in a minute before you can start putting that nose in there and really getting that thing to race, efficiently.
K-Taddy just said 20 plus guys added this week. That's 20 people right there that, that have to participate in the development race. That's awesome. Robbie Vids out there says, with this many people out there, if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe. Oh, my buddy just sent me a message on the Puddin' account real quick, and I don't want to leave him out to dry, but if you're out there rough, doing a broadcast, I'm not ignoring you, buddy. Roughneck, one of a good friend of ours, we've all raced with him down in Texas, been chasing this kid to basketball courts. So on Friday nights, he says that's my one time to relax. So Rough will be with you. I know you're out there listening. I know you have subscribed too. So driver count for the entire league is up to 184 between development, dirt, Xfinity, Cup, and truck.
That is a lot of drivers right there.
And look, this is just the first night that we're doing this big of a development race, so we're trying to split up into two, and we normally don't allow over 32 drivers. This week we have a lot of guys, and we've got the season coming to an end, so we'd like to get before we do the draft, we'd like to get as many guys on the track and give them some exposure as possible and see how it goes. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for these drivers. I'm excited for the fans, and it's gonna be fun.
Man, honestly, I'm super excited for the fans right now. I really am, because they're gonna see some extreme racing, and these boys are gonna have to be thrown into the wolves right off the bat.
Lobby. I will tell you guys when to accept your invites.
I'm glad you brought that up too, Arch. There's been so much going on, and everybody here helps everybody else out, and being thrown to the wolves is again, you want to prove yourself. Now, he was talking about the draft guys. Just because you don't get signed from one race, a lot of these guys want to see you race at multiple venues. That's why they flip through the top 3 series, Truck, Xfinity, and Cup. So if you don't put pen to paper your first time, don't get discouraged. Everybody's keeping an eye on everybody out there, the captains and administrators. And guys, there is a draft that's still going to come up. So again, don't push your issue tonight. Stay calm. But I'm glad you brought the draft up, because a lot of people got discouraged. I could tell last week I got personal messages saying, am I allowed to race since I didn't get picked up? What's going to happen? No. You can race the entire year in development. There is a points system to it for the guys that have been in there. But just because it doesn't happen one time for you doesn't mean it won't.
Wow, that is just giving all kinds of encouragement to all the drivers out there to really work hard, work on your setups, and focus on being clean. That's fantastic. That really is.
Yep, Robbie's out there. He's our buddy over in England. Everybody knows I'm really good friends with him. I do call him Australian Robbie. He's out there. Come on, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So he's a very big ambassador for Giggity himself. He's also one of the new team captains, as we all know. So congratulations, and awesome to hear too, guys. Took Arch and I by surprise just a little bit, but guess what? We got to talk to Ed, though. He jumped in the chat. He's going to be racing tonight. Great to have you back out there. We're going to try to get him in as an in-race reporter in one of the races, but great to have you back. Ed, though, put on one heck of a show last night at Atlanta, and Canadian. And last night was his first time on his new wheel, which was a gift from his father, he said. So that's awesome. And he did great, man. He knocked 3 or 4 seconds off his personal best time and put himself on the all-time, if I remember correctly. So great to have you back, and good talking to you earlier, Ed, though.
Wow, that is impressive, and great job getting it done on a wheel.
Yeah, for the first time. I know
Oh,
a lot
yes.
of these guys have difficulty.
So I'll let you guys know how qualifying results go.
All right, guys, looks like we're getting the qualifying race underway. We are going to jump in after that. Again, thanks to K-Patty, Archangel especially. He's been working his butt off for the last hour and a half. We have so many new drivers tonight, Mike and Tron. Everybody's questioning. They're new. They want to know when the invites are, when they should be, blah, 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 blah. So everybody, please be patient. These guys are working really, really hard to get this going tonight because we have such a elite field of over, 40
Over
drivers
40
combined.
drivers.
Yeah.
I
was going to reiterate that. Really do appreciate the patience and all drivers and getting this whole matter together. And Archie, man, you get it done, buddy. You keep up the great work. We're proud of you.
I appreciate it, man. I'm definitely trying to put it in here. I know there's some drivers that are upset that didn't get to make it in this first race. It's nothing personal, man. It's just we got to get the show on the road. We had 28 drivers. I got 3 spots left over for the broadcasters for the race. And I mean that's why we split it in 2 races because we have still 18 drivers that want to get in. So
Caddy says welcome, Ron.
Wow. Thank you. You got to bring this up real quick, Arch, before we get started here.
Tron, this is Boss. This is Tron.
Boss, how you doing? Copy that, Boss. But real quick before we do get started, I want to give a quick shout out, of course, to Archie here, and he's been getting the job done when it comes down to this whole league and whatnot. But I was saddened to learn last night that because he's been so busy, he is lacking setups on some of the courses for the Cup Series. So I'd like to start a little GoFundMe for setups for something for him to work on. All right, to be so busy here.
GoFundMe just got a massive deposit like last night.
That's
actually
that's
my buddy Chanda. He's actually racing in the development race tonight, man. Him and Bear and guys like that, dude, were really awesome to me last night, man. I guess I got in the lobby with you guys and I raced you guys, to at least the level that you guys respected as a driver.
That was a fun race last night, and man, that was super
great.
Fast drivers. That was one of the best I think I've been in a very, very long time.
And see, we get that quite a bit, Tron. A lot of these guys, that's how we've met them. They said because we start off with a public lobby, and then once everybody jumps on, we go to private, and they're like, man, that is one of the cleanest public lobbies we've ever been in, And
that's a firm. That is a firm, and
that's awesome.
It really does. That I believe is due to the late night nature of some of our races, where we have the solid crew late nighters that are trying to get it done.
Yeah,
and we all find each other.
We took almost 2 hours straight in the lobby during the day. It was like, I don't know, what was it, like 2:30 to 4:30 putting something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And we only had one driver that we had to kick the whole time, dude. It was really awesome, man. We had some really good racing. We had like 16 guys on the track the whole time.
And
that's what we yearn for.
We had 4 or 5 randoms too. Those 4 or 5 randoms, we tried to talk to them. They chose not to jump in.
A couple of them racing tonight, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, we tried
Quentin
to talk to him.
I appreciate you driving, man. You did really impressive out there, buddy. And I personally brought him in because, dude, he was fun to race with for about 3-4 races in a row, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah, like I said, it was so much fun last night. Had a great time, man. And I hope to see more of it. And I believe that with bringing this out and bringing this together close as a family, I think we're going to be able to do that, more and more, getting these good drivers together and just seeing what we're really capable of.
I can't wait, man.
I'm glad you brought that up too when it comes to customs there, Tron. the Xfinity guys. Let's answer some questions for people out there while we're getting this qualifying race ready. Trucks do not do a custom. Okay, the Xfinity have a custom race night and a slider race night, as does the Cup.
Okay.
The Cup has a slider night, and the Cup is also on custom, and the Dirt is also custom. So the truck is the only one
Qualifying
that
just
does.
ended, guys.
So the the truck is the only one that does it. So yes, some people say they prefer sliders, some people prefer customs. Well, you get everything here at Giggity: dirt, asphalt, road course, custom, slider. I mean, what more can you ask? And my buddy Robbie Bids, I don't know if you guys saw the picture he posted. I started calling him Aussie Robbie. A lot of people out there have started to thinking he's actually from Australia, even though he's from England. And he posted a funny Bubba J picture the other day. So he said, Bubba J Puddin', love you, brother. So back at you, Aussie Robbie. So it looks like I'm going to have to change my PlayStation screen name again to Bubba J Puddin'. That's awesome.
That's great. That's awesome.
The camaraderie. I mean, like Mike over here, I've got a joke going back and forth. We were at Talladega one time, worked together, and then he hung me out. I called him the hitchhiker, you know. But there's so many people
I
out
remember
there.
that.
Yeah, there's so many people that have so many jokes back and forth. RKM, he always calls me Pinky Puddin' now. But everybody's got jokes with each other. But when it comes down to it, the racing's great and even better off track. When let's put it politely, since we're on air, when it hits the fan, everybody comes together.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
does,
a
man.
verb. That is it right there. That's the way to get it described.
But
I don't know, Tron, if you were too much into when the tribute for A Trout and 3x salute, man. And if you didn't get to be a part of it, go back, watch it on our YouTube, Facebook, everything, man. That salute to A Trout was amazing.
I was late to the introduction of Giggity Racing, and so unfortunately I did miss that, but I will be recapping that and looking at because I've heard all about it.
Dude, I
and
had
just
chills
excited
on
to
my
see.
arms an
Excited
hour
to see.
after.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, it wasn't just everybody in Giggity either. I mean, it was people from other race leagues, some of his friends, and the way they came together, all in one car, no co-leading it, and it was emotional, and like you said, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That was just
man.
completely awesome. If you did not get to see it, everybody, go back, take a look at the salute. T. Clay, I told him about it the next day, and he went back and watched it, and he went silent for about a minute and a half because he said, I had goosebumps again. So go
Alright,
back
guys,
and check
I'm
that out.
sending the lobby. I will tell you
Wow.
guys when to accept your
Wow.
invites for the broadcast.
Robbie the Brit. He says he's changing it from Robbie Vids to Robbie the Brit.
Send you guys an extra invite right now just in case something happens. But don't
King
accept
Taddy
it.
says we love you, Trout. Again, everybody knows what's going on. Our thoughts and prayers are still with you. Be strong. Everybody keeps saying that you're in good spirits with everything going on, and we can't wait to have you back here in Giggity and be able to talk to you. So be strong, man, and keep up that hard work out there, Trout.
Definitely, man. We know you got a long process, buddy, and I messaged you the other day. I can't wait to race with you. Can't wait for you to be back, man. But mostly, I just can't wait for you to be back home.
Oh, that's a firm. Definitely. Well spoken.
You know, I'm
Now,
not too
on
far
a
away from
race-
him, and I don't know. I'd like to go down and shake his hand and meet him one time face to face, but I know the struggle. So
I did forget to get you guys qualifying, too. There's a cluster of cars.
that's all right, man. We're going to jump into this cluster. Just let us know when that green flag drops.
Oh, you guys
on this
can
big...
jump in.
All right, we're ready to go racing. Here we go.
Okay, now let's go ahead and go.
We are live. Yep, we've been live the whole time. We're doing once you load in. We always wait just a couple seconds to get the green flag going officially, because if we jump in, then next thing you know, we're in the race when we're not supposed to be racing.
And then
But,
you know, the broadcast cameras.
yep, and then you got all
Okay.
the broadcast cameras. So I'm loading in right now. Again, my fourth time doing the actual broadcast. Archangel
I'm
helped me
also
out a lot. with
live on my YouTube, so that you guys can get the in-race reporters view.
Okay, I am only filming right now on the YouTube. On
Yeah,
it,
mine's
you see.
separate.
Yeah, if you're on
Copy that.
yeah, once you jump into a race, you can accept that friend invite and then hit the options button at the top there to view the race. and then you'll be able to click through all the cars. As we see T. Clay in that 7 car, man, up front. He had a little sabbatical. So, yeah, T. Clay had a little bit of a sabbatical early in the season. Been playing a lot of Call of Duty. Jumped on the wheel the other day and said, man, how much I miss it. So great to see him up there on there.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. This is the coolest race I've ever been a part of, man. It's like, I'm watching 3 wide for 17, 18 spots in front of me.
We have a lot of action going down right now. It's going to be hard to get this separated apart before it unfolds into something different.
This is gorgeous. This is what we want. This is what Giggity is right here. This is us in essence, man. Wow, I love it. 5 wide through the trioval. There's a mistake, but
again, stay calm. Don't push that issue, guys.
Yeah, guys, make it through it. It was just, dude. It was. I'm telling you what, man. Everybody's just trying to do their best here. Everybody wants to show off and show out. I mean, that's what this is about. This is showing what you got. But sometimes there's a time where you gotta back it up just a little bit to be able to show off. But
look
man,
at this,
dude,
guys.
This
Some of these guys going down to that.
Oh,
that
here we go. Now we're gonna look at some patience here. Okay, backing up. Oh, here we got a fan spreading out here. Possible 4 wide, 3 wide right now. Oh no! Here we go.
Wow, I just got under that.
Trying to click back here. The cars are Shadow Grim, man. He's a good guy. He'll be racing next year. It got involved in it. Looks like a couple other people too. You know. Crazy Bratton, I've got to talk to him and I don't know how long. One of my good friends, he was up in Baltimore. Him and I were going to go hang out since we were so close when we moved from DC. But again, on such short notice, we had to remove. So, miss talking to you, Crazy, if you're listening. Have a good race. He was racing with DSR. Work got involved for him. It couldn't race quite as much. Retracted from that position. So, Crazy Bratton's still looking for a ride. But, yeah. There's so many people. Jay Duchette, look at that. Another great driver.
Wow.
Here's just another Ken out here. Boss Attack Gaming. He came out and won in the last development race and ended up getting signed, I believe, that night, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the back of the field here to see who is looking. Okay, now we have a nice little group. It looks like they're trying to work that side draft. Yep, they are. Okay, you worked that side drive, gave him a little bump shot there. Ooh, he got a little squirrely, but
yeah, I think I'm right there with you. The 29, I'm on board. It's Johnny Cash. Thanks to Dirt Dog, got to race with him. Dirt Dog is a great participant in development. Been under the weather. If you're out there, feel better. But he recommended a couple of these drivers, Johnny Cash being one of them. And he showed great improvement over the last couple of days too. So, but yeah, there's a nice little 4 or 5 there's a 4 or 5 battle going 4 or 5 car battle back here, guys.
We got the 77 up here trying to hold his line on the bottom and actually keeping the steam up while those other 2 were drafting up in the front. Very impressive in there, holding that down.
Ghost, if you can hear me, again, I don't know if you're paying attention. He messaged me under my other name. I'm under the broadcast name. Ghost, you are racing. You're just in second race. That's all it is, buddy.
Looks like Night King's coming up on a little bit of a cluster. Let's see what he's going to do to maneuver through this.
What up with you, Wildcats? Nice.
Hey, Wildcats, man. I appreciate you stopping in, buddy. I thought you were going to be racing tonight, man. I thought you'd be dicing up these cats, but you're a scaredy cat, not a Wildcat.
Money Mike, man. Come on. Let's hear that Money Mike voice.
I got service.
Okay, we got almost 3 wide. Oh, where we got him right now? Oh, we got someone going into the pits. Looks like he's going to short pit and lighten up that car a little bit, try to crank up that lap time.
I do not think you got in there without a... Well, no, there is no flag, so never mind.
Pro Ripper kind of doing a little bit of a Mountain Dew throwback car. Still one of my favorite ones from Days of Thunder. Plus, when people can do it on there, Kyle Larson did it with Kyle for a throwback at Darlington for Kyle Petty. Very cool paint scheme. So, yeah, Pro Ripper guy that's been able to help us up in the booth on such short notice. Good kid. Hope he can do well tonight.
Oh, yeah, listen, we got a great pack right here. Good pack racing. We got 3 wide, 2 wide again. Here we go. These guys are putting it down right here. This same group has been on top of each other for the last like 3 laps now. Ooh, we got a nice little shot there. Here we go. He's trying to give him a run on the outside.
Well, I told you, Sean, it was going to be an exciting race tonight, buddy. I wasn't. Your expectations will not be let down, my friend.
I'm still blown away. I gotta calm down a little bit. I mean, I haven't got fired up yet, but I mean, man, I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be great here on the next thing. When this thing kicks off.
On
Oh,
board with,
man.
this is one person I did want to check in on real quick, guys. For Intimidator, remember, just got a wheel not too long ago. His first development race, he was still getting acclimated with it. He's been progressively getting better, looked real good last week. Seeing him on the wheel, little wall bump right there, but Intimidator on the new wheel, and he's looking a heck of a lot more steady. So great job, man. Way to stick with it, and great to have you back.
Yeah, you guys, there's definitely a lot of fast drivers in this field, a lot of good drivers, and
Dirt dog, there he is.
Lots of hard work right there, buddy. That's what it is, and I mean, I encourage that to everyone, man. You got to put the time in and put the laps down. I mean, that's just the only way you're gonna figure it out. And the consistency, that is so crucial when it comes to all of these tracks, because you can be fast, but if you scrub off any speed, smacking that wall or anything, that's it. I mean, and that's what you have to focus on, is your consistency.
Yep,
That wall is not
pits.
your friend.
No, you want to be as close to it as possible on this track, in my opinion. The other night, I was in a lobby on worn tires. I worked my way back on worn tires, running that high side to get my lap back. But one little quick tap, if you get one little tap, it will upset the car. And then if you got anybody around you, things can happen. So yeah, be careful about that wall, but that wall is fast.
We got the 55 getting a nice little shot here on the outside, still running that high line. And he's got something going here. Oh, no, we're doing some pit strategies right now.
Captain Jack wearing one of my favorite paint schemes. I'm just going to call that the pudding scheme. Anything with orange on it, he knows I like orange. Great to have him in there. He's going to be racing for DSR and Cup, I believe, next year.
Fantastic.
But yeah, so great to have Captain out here. Great kid, man. Raced with him quite a bit. So Kigo, jumping on board with him, trying to let everybody
who is that?
Trying to get everybody a little bit of time here. Kigo's racing next year in trucks with a teammate to me. Trying to flip through to get the best angle where everybody's at.
But they just caused a big mistake.
Oh, we're going on the pit lane.
Yes,
yeah.
I see cars on the back stretch here.
Pro Ripper.
Something else, Tron, that a lot of these guys really need to focus on too. In the the captain's watch is how you come out of pit lane. Don't just come up. Use that apron, pull and blend when it's appropriate. Each track's a little different, but.
Kind of came up in front of two cars, and I tried to slow up, and luckily I spun it around instead of smacking into somebody, and was able to get it righted back around. But
that was good save there on your part, bud.
I appreciate it, man. Just trying to get out here, and I'm just trying to give a different view of the talent out here, and see, like right there. If I hadn't been doing that, we wouldn't have, might not have seen what happened or something like that. And it's always nice to give you guys lap count updates and stuff like that too. So.
Yes,
see
of
Dimebag's
course.
out here. Dimebag's another guy I raced with quite a bit in Heat 2 Heat 3 and Heat 4. Arizona boy, he's signed, but he needs he wants to get as much lap time as he can, as he's coming down to the pit lane too. But great to see Dimebag's out there. Night King, him and Ivy.
Oh, here we go. Here's another good
shooting earlier.
Coming off pit road here.
I'll apologize for being quiet. My server
Oh, you're right, Bubba.
Oh, a little bit of contact. I could tell. I don't know if that's Randy Colwell and Ed, though. I know Ed runs that paint scheme. I know him. Jumping on board with Tackleberry. Tackleberry won his first development race. Got signed to Trey. Raced with Tackle quite a bit too. He raced in the again Wednesday night Giggity Farm League that Puddin presented by Puddin. So yeah, like I said, 16 of us all got together at 9 o'clock. It wasn't a club. No, this was just 16 of us. This was before Civics. I even knew him.
Before the Farm League?
Yep, we all raced. Well, that was the Farm League, is what I called it. We all raced together every day. So, yep. So, but yeah, Civ does such a great job. I know he's been anxious. A lot of these drivers race in his series. At night, it's not a league or anything. It's just like Tron was saying, a bunch of late night owls like to have some fun, racing some NASCAR, drinking some beer. There you go, Robbie.
Yeah, that everyone falls into place. That's exactly it. We all tend to find each other at the end, looking for a good lobby. We end up finding one of the best lobbies. It's pretty cool how that works out.
Yeah, last night I was just trying to get some friends together. Tron, you were there, Orange Man, but that was my first time running a lobby like that last night. We did a couple shorter races, but at the same time, man, we got a lot of racing in. It was a lot of fun.
What was really crazy about that is that we actually had two huge lobbies going on at the same time.
We got in solid. It was fun.
Yeah, we had the custom, and then you had yours running it, and it was just impressive, very much so. Just have that much talent you know, in this game at one time. I was impressed. All right, we we got the 38 here holding that bottom. I've been watching him run for a little bit, and he's holding a pretty steady car.
Yeah, the high side on that straightaway.
He's dipping below that white line, trying to find that speed, and he did. He found that speed to get around that 29 car.
Dirt dog of all people, he just got done doing a 100% race the other night at Kansas in an Xfinity car on 3 times tire wear. The only difference was we did have stages, no cautions, but Dirt Dog had
in the dirt.
Yeah, a lot of light. He should have a lot of practice for tonight. Great to see he's back out here. He's been under the weather the last couple days.
Oh, good. The Mustang car up here. The
Night King, Kigo, Arch, T-Clay, Randy Caldwell, all Shin Motorsports drivers for season 4, Robbie says. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Looks like Shadow lagged out.
Name untaken. That guy's always fast, whether it be dirt, pavement. Great to see him out here. I know you know him pretty well, don't you, Arch?
Oh yeah, I know a lot of these dirt guys are coming up, man. Kigo and Name and Coke and Deadpool. And
T-Clay's finding himself in a little bit of a sticky situation right now. He's coming up on a couple cars, and they are not giving up lightly.
Leaders are taking one to go.
My New York buddy, Burntwood. Awesome to see Burntwood out here. Yeah, I haven't got to talk to him very much. Invited me up while we were close, while we were in DC. Never got the chance to get up there just because our contract was cut short. But great to see Burntwood out here, man. Glad to see you come over to Giggity, man. That's where it's, that's where it's at. Everybody talks about it in all these lobbies all the time. Arch drawing a mic, and people get intrigued and get curious. They look it up, and next thing you know, they're racing the next week.
I'm not gonna say like.
Here we go. We got a little 3 wide, little tap on the wall, but it looks like the 3 car regained itself. All right, so with 7 here, still giving. Oh, push! Here we go. Easy on the 13. 13 a little loose.
I wonder if Kigo ran out of gas or something. He was dead
Cars
to water.
Cars are slowing down.
Yeah.
Are stages on?
Yep.
Oh, stages are on?
I thought it was no stages, no caution, so I've been misconstruing wrong information. Fake news. This will give guys a chance to make some adjustments, and Money Mike, I'll let you say it. I love saying it, but buddy, I'll give you this one to you.
Racking them and stacking them.
That's right.
That's it right there.
That's what we do here at Giggity, man. We rack them and stack them.
Every now and then something.
Words.
Yeah, but they are important when they win. Well, sometimes. But
that's always important when I.
Every now and then.
Those 4 feel goods and a drink of sodies, and you're good to go, man.
And yep, that's what I say. Yeah, 4 freshies and a belly full of fuel. Like I said, every now and then I'll say something.
All right, here we go. Now this is going to be exciting because now everyone's going to be rested up. They got some fresh tires on. Let's see who makes some good moves here. Only some clean passes.
Captain Jack up here lead the way. We're going to go to the reverse angle again. I like doing
I'm
this
going to go to the back of the field.
They're 4 wide back
there.
there.
Oh, here we go. We got 4 wide back here. Ooh, Jesus.
All right, guys. Remember, play
Come
caution.
back up on the track now. Here we go. Play
cautious.
easy. Get them cars. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to get those tires to warm up first. The cars are going to slide around. So you don't want to make those aggressive moves.
Yeah, I think that's Tech Pit in the 98 if I remember him signing
up. Oh, we got
right?
6.6 in the wall. He slowed up, and he's still slowed up. We got woed up. Here we go. Oh.
Yep.
And he's got a little bit of a bottleneck, actually, so it looks like everyone's sorting it out right now. We got 4 wide in the back here. Everyone's still trying to sort out here. Oh, man. This is a race, man. Everyone's trying to stay off each other, but stay off the wall and find a piece of real estate. I don't know how this is going to come out right here. Oh my goodness! Hold on to it, boys. Hold on to it.
T10 makes a little bit of contact. I think that was with Boss again. Developing
I got
guys.
10 cars back here in the back right now that are just under a blanket. Everyone's trying to find something.
Trying to learn names and numbers and paint schemes is a little bit difficult with the new drivers and stuff. Once you get to do it a little bit more, Tron, especially Cup, Xfinity truck, you'll know who everybody is. But so apologize if we're not exactly pronouncing your name right or saying it, but we will get everybody seen tonight. We will make sure everybody gets a little bit of TV time. Everybody wants to see how you guys are doing.
I got XCDU right back here, and he's trying to play catch up right now. Oh, we got someone else in the grass here. Who we have?
switch to a little bit bigger camber angle. We're on board with Chanda right now, back here in the middle of the pack, dicing it up. So let's see how these guys do back here.
We got Gravely here trying to put a fight.
Look at these guys
on the 3-car right now, and he is actually getting it done.
This is awesome. I don't think a car didn't see any big accidents. I don't think anybody fell off the pace that much. Everybody tried to be patient, work that high line, find any line that works to stay off of everybody else.
There goes Dirt Dog underneath. Good pass, nice and clean. You got, and he was going to the pit. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Woo!
Great to see Dirt Dog do it well, man.
Yeah, we still have a group of cars back here. We got Broom. He's actually trying to get it done right now in the middle. Trying to find 19. Let's see if he can get around these guys, because he is stuck in a position right now where he got cars behind him, cars in front of him. So that looks like he's gonna have to pick his way through.
Arch getting bumped.
Hold on, Arch.
We're good. That's my chassis builder.
All right, Randy, he's holding it strong on the outside at 47 again. I'm noticing him, and I think I've ran before with him, but I have to recall. But he's holding a good high line on that.
Shut down
and keep his momentum up. There you go.
T-Clay entering pits. Looks like we're going to some early pit strategies.
Let that T-Clay back. Like I said, he took a little bit of a sabbatical there for a while, pulled the wheel back out, knocked the dust off of it, and it looked like he didn't need to knock too much dust off his driving. T-Clay's always one to be watched, especially at road courses. Tron, you want to have a good road course race? He's what.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Kigo here, he is holding it strong on the outside, and he is putting that car where you'd think that he was going to scratch that wall for a second, but he held it in there. About a piece of paper. Probably would have fit.
Guys, so try to hold it on certain cars to get a wide angle here, see as many cars as we can at one time. I do like doing that reverse view on start lines, though. Boss Attack Gaming just got a message that says he lagged out.
Oh, goodness, that is terrible.
Truth Tattoo running third, he's looking pretty good. The 55 car.
Yeah, well, we've had the opportunity to run with him, too.
Yeah.
Especially as a guy with I love his name too, especially since I've got a massive amount of tattoo, but I like that name, And I know he's not racing tonight, but everybody knows I like to say it since I'm thinking about it. Flying pickle, flying pickle, flying pickle.
Hey, you look at Kigo's car and you start thinking about pickle, huh?
Yep. Again, I think the old flying pickle himself will be racing at Shin Motorsports next year too. So man, he is. You want to talk about racking them and stacking them? Robbie's doing that right now. Again, everybody out here keeping an eye on all of these guys, how they're driving. This is their first of 2 development races because it was so large. In order to make get everybody in tonight, I think that was very fair what K-Taddy did. Normally they do 100% races. We had so many entrances. He broke it down into 2 races. That way everybody got a chance instead of had a backup list. So that was well designed, man. That was cool and giving everybody out there a chance.
Yeah, it was definitely good on the spot call. Way to change it up and try and get every driver possible on this track.
We're starting to spread out a little bit, Tron, Mike, Arch, Still good action all the way around. Shadow Grim on the pits. Don't know if he got lagged out. Crazy Brat bringing that car down. He's running.
Yeah, Truth he just scratched the wall a little bit, which slowed him up, and it looked like Night King and the 23. They're going to be capitalizing on that here shortly. If these guys, but they're running side by side, which unfortunately it's going to slow their lap speed up. So, but that's the reason why. There we go. Night King coming in the pit right now.
Yeah, I got to play a little Call of Duty with Night King earlier too, man. He's good at that game, but
ooh, Arch, I see that wiggle.
Go everywhere.
Good job. Good save. That was a good save.
I appreciate that, buddy, man. That was definitely a close call there.
And let's see, we have who's the rim rider up here? I keep seeing that red car. I gotta get familiar with him because he just likes to run that wall where I just think he's gonna smack the crap out of it, but. Nope.
Yeah, the red 7 is T-Clay, I believe. Again, the guys, a lot of
23.
new drivers. 23. A lot of new drivers, a lot of customs. So it's hard to remember everybody's car right off of the rip. Plus, we still got a second race to do.
Way to get that pit crew.
Yeah. The other day I had the fastest pit stop ever. I had a 14-second pit stop, and it was in a fun lobby. So like,
Wow.
why can't my pit crew ever show up on league night? Maybe I'm paying them too many keystones.
You pit at the wrong time anyways.
Oh, Money Mike, once again, there's
all
that
right, just
insight.
taking here. He is doing a pretty good job. He's running a good line. I'm liking how clean he was.
Oh, tackle barrier
And now
around.
he's trying to find it. Oh my
Sticky
goodness,
Icky
we do.
gets
We
in the
have
back of
we
Johnny
have
Cash, I
we
believe,
have
going in the
huge wreck
pits.
on the track. Huge,
Yeah.
huge. Everyone blowing up.
Yeah, I think Sticky Icky got in the back of Johnny Cash while one of them was trying to pit, I believe. And that stacked everybody back up, so bravely on board. Yeah, I think that's what I saw. Dirt Dog coming out. Remember, guys, come out, stay clean, stay low. Dirt Dog likes to say that his car is a rookie stripe. Since you can't actually put a rookie stripe on it, that's why he put that yellow stripe all the way around on the bottom, so it's not a rookie stripe. He's got a rookie car, he still calls it. But
I like
great
that.
to
I
have
like that a lot. That's good. That's clever. That's clever.
Yeah.
Dirt Dog's definitely a funny guy, man. He's real cool to hang out with. Who was that? 2 cars back. Just black.
Okay,
and
we
red
have
car.
3 cars coming out of pit right now. Let's
Who's
see
the black
what
and
these
red
guys are gonna do. We got Randy. He is leading up the back of the train coming out. Hopefully they can stay on the bottom here. No wiggle up. So we do have a car on the high side, and it looks like everyone's gonna make it out nice and safe. Very clean. I like that pit entry or an exit there.
Well, we do
Was wrong
have
spot.
next year. There are going to be some changes being made to Giggity. Jay Taddy just informed me on the live feed. He's going to split the development into 2 series next season, kind of like the K&N East and West series. So that'll be awesome, especially with more drivers in the off season. We'll probably going to be joining 2. We can only get bigger. Everybody out there, like Robbie said earlier, like, subscribe. Plus, they all want to participate, so that's a great way of doing it by breaking it down like that. That way, everybody gets a chance.
That is fantastic.
We got good racing right here. I believe that's 7ST Clay, Timebags, and the 55 running that mid to high line right there, right behind him, though. Again, this is a fun track, and I like how they do this. They change series and they change tracks every week, so each driver can prove how they can do in each series and each track. Just
Ooh, we got a little battle going on up here. We got one of the Giggity boys up there. Oh, we got 2 wide racing. Truth just overtook him. Wow, good job. He had a beautiful run down the backstretch there. He showed him his power.
always easy to recognize Tackleberry's car. He always runs that Captain D's car. Traditionally, that's what he's known for in that color scheme. So it's easy to spot him out there. Again, good to see Tackle out there, signed with Trey. Still making the way on the inside. 2 cars on the outside right there. Drafted down there.
We got Dimebags over here trying to hold it strong on the outside in that 77. Ooh, easy now there, boys. There you go. Side draft, side draft. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was looking for right there. Looking for that side draft, Puddin'. Come on.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
And that's keeping him stuck to him right there. That's how you hold your ground. Now, the only problem is, look who's catching up.
You got to be careful.
We got
too,
Night
of that
King
draft.
catching up.
Goodness. If you're careful of that, not careful of that draft, and you follow it too close to the corner, your car can get a little bit tight, and then that's when you make that contact with the wall, like you're talking about, the scratching the wall.
That is that arrow, that wicked arrow push.
Yep. So again, these guys got to be mindful of that. Prove to everybody that they know that. Just the other night, I learned, to back it up just a little bit if you are in that draft.
Johnny Cash with a beautiful move underneath. We got some more 3-wide race, and they're not giving up. Whoa! Woo! Oh no! We got a car spinning on the bottom.
Our stage is over. That's the end of the stage. It's just AI is going crazy.
Oh, copy that.
One of the cool paint schemes out there, I believe that was my New York buddy Burntwood. I love that Dr. Squatch car, man. That 38 of Mr. Balicki, I believe it is. I do like that paint scheme. If anybody out there in YouTube world, what's one of your favorite default paint schemes, whether it be DLC or not? A lot of people like the Scooby-Doo. A lot of people like that City Chevrolet. Let's get your thoughts and opinion out there, guys. We always try to keep you guys involved.
Harvick beer.
Harvick beer.
I'm a huge fan of the throwback race games. I really am. I must say the throwback race games just really bring it back. When I'm out there running and I see someone with one of those cars from back in the day, I'm just like, oh, that was great. That's clever. That's awesome.
And what stinks is we were in South Carolina again, Troy, and I don't know if you know, we move every 13 weeks with my wife's job. She's a travel nurse. We lived 10 minutes from Darlington, and we had to move 2 weeks before that. We were going to go to that race, and that's not only, we did get to go to the track and museum, but I wanted to go to that race so bad because of all the throwbacks that they do.
Wow,
there you go, Money
Mike.
Here
we go. Okay. I got
info to the
got
point.
Eyes on middle of the pack here. T-Clay gonna lead me off. Let's see what happens, because he got himself surrounded by Arch, it looks like, and we got the 3 car on the outside.
At the corner way up here a little bit.
He's getting in there nice, but you better be careful, because there's a swarm of cars coming up. Whoa! We got some contact, but it looks like they held on to it. Very impressive.
Robert Rushing says he like that the red Daytona fire alarm systems, the John Hunter Nemechek cars. So that's I do like that too. I think I just saw Night King running that.
And we got Randy again, running the outside, trying to hold his line here. And, again, he's just still trying to put down that outside. I like that. When in doubt, go where they're not.
Exactly. And I always try to go to the high side right off with a rip, even though you can't hold it full throttle through 1 and 2 here unless you get a little bump or get that draft. That inside line, the inside line on a restart is fast, but the quicker you can get that a high line and find your comfortability, find that zone, don't tap that wall, you can be super fast up there.
Oh, yes.
It didn't register.
We got cars fanning out everywhere. Oh my goodness, this is just some exciting racing. Oh, we got somebody up. No, Tackleberry, you decided to do some landscaping today, huh? I think they mowed the grass already, but he wanted to make sure they got that piece right there. I guarantee you.
There's a couple of blades that were sticking out. I saw as I did the walkthrough today.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we had a pre-race talk about it. He said it was really bugging him. He's a little bit OCD, so he says he's gonna go out there and get a couple more blades off.
Well, I do know one thing though, because I think what happened with Tackleberry there, I mean, I think he gave Digger a skylight for his house, man, because he really dug in there pretty good. I don't know if y'all remember Digger. Oh, we still got. Oh no, goodness! Oh goodness! Oh, we had looks like Tackleberry going there pretty hot.
Johnny Cash
after coming in, he got himself a good run, and then he just found himself in the middle of all that.
Name untaken, I think lagged out. He isn't.
Oh, and we still have some bumping here. We've got people blowed up everywhere. We got Crazy here trying to battle.
I think if
Crazy
I have
Bratton
to, if I had to come up
on
with
the
a sponsor
19
that I need more than Keystone, I think I need to come up with that Sunoco sponsorship, huh, Mike? Make sure I always got plenty of fuel.
Heck yeah.
Let's see what this cat's all about.
Look
here.
at this,
this 19
guys.
car.
Look at all of that. Just
because I got a 4-wide pack right here. And these guys are really putting it down in the back. Trying to get, right there.
Hey, Arch, I know you're driving. We just got a question from Quentin Ladd. How many people would be in the second race? Offhand, do you have a ballpark number? Again, I know you're racing.
Maximum 28.
Maximum 28? Or are they going to fill it?
Well, we might throw like we're doing in this one. We got a couple of the scouts in restoration, stuff like that too, so we'll do some fillers too.
So 20 plus again, no matter what.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys do. A lot of these captains.
Okay, I'm still on Crazy here, and he is overtaking these 3 that they're all racing. This 4-wide group for this stack of 2s. Sorry, 4 of these cars are racing pretty tight here for a good 3-4 laps, and he finally outdid him by sticking to his guns on the outside. And I really appreciate that. Instead of trying to maneuver the
wall
car
a little bit,
around.
That 23 bumps and just came to the inside of 23 again. I believe is Night King and that fire alarm car, which we were just talking about. T-Clay pushing right there, backs out wisely, could have gone 3 wide, chose not to do it again. Smart racing on T-Clay right there. 47, I believe, is also Randy Caldwell, guys. We got Randy Caldwell, Just Ken, T-Clay, and Night King back here. 4 cars battling for position. Sorry, Tron.
No worries. I was just going to comment on Just Ken right here in front, man. He is under attack, and they're not giving up right here. Look at this. He's trying to hold that bottom line and trying to side draft to everything he can possibly do not to lose that, but they're going to overtake him on the outside. Look at this.
20 drivers, Robbie says. 20 drivers confirmed so far for the next race. So, again, we're still going to have a big field.
Wow.
Man, the awesome turnout tonight from everybody. And the hard work that
Fantastic.
Daddy and Arch I know you guys been under struggle today, answering everybody's question as quick as you can. Again, a lot of these people are new, so thanks for Arts and Taddy and everybody else out there. I know Robbie was helping out a little bit, so man, you guys all did a great job taking care of matters and getting these guys where they need to be, when they need to be, and answering all their questions right.
Well, I definitely appreciate you three stepping up and helping out, man. You guys made it a lot easier on me tonight.
Wow, it's a lot of fun. You mentioned it last night. I was really looking forward to being here in time, of course, and seeing what this whole endeavor was all about.
It's definitely something that you'll remember.
Oh yes, oh yes. No, you guys got me hooked. I guarantee this, and now it's gonna spread through my channels.
Hey, and that's all we try to do, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Since I've come to Giggity, probably in the last 4 months, I'd say what, Taddy? It's probably doubled in drivers almost. I mean,
I'd have to assume yes. Ever since I got affiliated, again, I joined late. I was a little hesitant.
we started pushing it hardcore.
Yeah, I was a little hesitant. Robbie kept saying, "Come on, come on, come on, come on," and I finally, Kate Taddy one night during the All-Star break when we were doing the fundraiser for the race, he volunteered me. He's like, "You're getting out of the booth and you're getting in a car," and that was my first drive. But so I was a little reluctant. But ever since then, people. It's awesome too to hear that they watch the broadcast and say, "Hey, I recognize your voice," or I heard you talk about."
Sorry to interrupt you, but we got T under attack here. Bear, oh my goodness, he just saved it. He saved that good because he got under attack. He got a little door rub there, just knocking on the door, letting him know he was there. But then he got a piece of that wall, and it slowed him up pretty good. But he recovered. Very impressive. Very good. Very good. Now see if we find that draft again and capitalize.
Quentin Lance said Arch was awesome to race with last night.
I mean, this is right here, dude. This is a lot as you want. This is racing you want to see.
This is racing. This is racing.
But
I do understand why they do put a cap on the car amounts, but imagine if we could get 60 great drivers on a good track. That'd be crazy. And I bet we can pull it off here in Giggity.
All right, so since I'm on T already, as the Chana Bear, the 66 car, as he went in the pits, he's going to take himself some four fresh goodens, and then it looks like he has some company with him actually. So I'm going to watch his progress through this pit strategy of his, and see him, his entry back onto pit road, and or I'm sorry, off in pit road, back on the track, and hopefully be nice and clean, no incidents.
I've seen some really hard racing from a lot of these guys, again, trying to prove themselves, prove why they can be in Giggity.
Oh, here we go.
Car gets a little loose, shoots down to the end car, backstretch, pulls it back up, maintains it very smartly. He keeps it down there, doesn't pull it back up in front of everybody. I think that was Dimebags. Very respectful move again. Awesome.
Very good job. I love this league.
Yeah, so T, so you can see a difference here. So the Chena Bear decided he had a clear entry up into the track without taking the access road out, and the 19 car, excuse me for one moment while I flip to him,
Gravely
followed him out. I'm sorry, what was that?
Was it Gravely?
I believe so. Followed him out, and he took the access road and ended up losing time. So that will show the difference there on your access roads on particular tracks now. There are some tracks where their access roads are quicker, or actually rather faster to take than actually jumping right out on a track.
Yeah, Indy, it comes to mind, that's one of those long, narrow ways to come out, stay all the way down. You got one little lane, you hit the grass, you can't get loose and spin. Again, we just talked about this, we saw it last night. One night I was messing around in a fun lobby, Canadian Motorsports Park, very difficult pit lane to come out of with that concrete. I ended up pulling the good old Austin Powers like he did in the golf cart and got the thing stuck. I don't know how in the heck I did it, but yeah, there is every track has a unique entrance and exit off a pit lane, and these guys trying to be as respectful as they can hitting it. Now, I bet these guys do know with no cautions, they are doing a little bit more of that 180-mile-an-hour Hail Mary into the pits, but during league races and stuff, guys, we always see people back it down and, get in there right, so.
Yeah, while we're on the topic of pit entry and exit, Dr. Robbie Bobby here, he did a really nice job coming out of pit road. He had 2 cars on his top side there. He kept it on the access road, still maintaining his speed while slid up behind them. Paced himself for a minute, got the draft real nicely, and then ended up overtaking the 2 cars later on. So very good job to Dr. Robbie Bobby on his whole pit exit there, and the laps to follow. Yes, yeah, Dr. Robbie, the 99 car.
As we were talking about getting, as we were talking about getting to know the cars and their paint schemes super real well and their numbers, Arch, myself, quite a few people, we've gotten familiar with it, with all of everything that's happening in silly season next year. We got to start from ground zero.
Wow. Don't tell me that. This was hard enough.
Yeah, but something else too that has been brought up, I think everybody's going to be in default cars next year, no customs, just to help potentially with lag. That will help with that. It's just remembering who's going to be in what car, truck, etc. For example, I've been committed to the 44. Everybody knows that my number in real life is 98, but I'm a brand fanatic. The 98 was a Ford, so I'd much rather drive a 44 Chevy than the 98 Ford, guys.
We have the 38 here, burnt T-Wood. He just collected a little bit of that wall, decided to make his car a little bit more narrow, and looks like he's banging some doors at the 22 car. They're still trying to figure out who's going to take what spot in real estate here on this track.
Great
Looks
to
like
have
you got it all
Burnt Wood
figured
in
out
here,
now.
Great to have
Burnt T-Wood's not. Yeah, he fell behind. He fell back behind him. Smart man. He's like, okay, enough of this. We're losing ground. That's a smarter driver right there.
He's one of the late night owls like some of us are. Great guy. Him and I can go back and forth, make jokes. And again, he extended an invitation to my wife and I. We just didn't have the time. So awesome to see Burntwood racing in the development here in Giggity, and awesome to hopefully he can get signed eventually down the road. A lot of these guys are driving. And again, remember, it's not about putting the pen and paper to it tonight, guys. The draft is still coming up. They want to see how you drive. Ooh, car hard into the wall right there, Tron. I couldn't see who that was.
Oh,
but,
goodness, yeah.
These guys
Ken
just need
got
to stay.
in.
Yep.
Ken got into Chanda's nose a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he's still wiggling. He's still wiggling all kinds, trying to get that car under control.
If Robbie can hear me real quick, which I'm assuming he can, I tried to adjust the volumes a little bit. Again, still newer to the actual broadcasting aspect over commentating. He said he'd like to hear a little bit of the car noises. The first time I did it, it was way too loud, so I turned everything all the way down. So if Robbie, if you're out there, let me know if we need to adjust some of that sounds. And no, I do not go back and watch any of my own commentary or broadcasting because I hate my voice. So that's why I don't know.
He sounds like a Steve Urkel.
That's exactly.
Oh, someone's getting down on the helium without me? Come on.
Yeah.
With or without.
All right,
Keith.
here we go. Here we got some aggressive racing. It looks like over here on putting screen here. Yep. We got 4 wide going down. Archie's up in the mix of this guy.
I'm just tagging along, man. I ain't trying to really even be in this battle. I'm not trying to affect the leaders.
Well, you make sure you get the fans something fun to watch, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm going 3/4 throttle right now, going in these corners and running through
5, 6, 7
them.
cars. Right? Yeah, 7 cars right
Now,
that high line.
I've been watching the progress of the 3 car now. I do admire his paint scheme, the Cold Trickle, Days of Thunder paint scheme. I like that a lot. But he was slowly marching, and the reason why I was watching him for a minute was because of his line. Nice, smooth, and fluent, and he looked like he was on a mission, and he had his sights set on the blue car up in front of him. It looks like, and he actually attained his goal, and he's now caught him and looking for the pass and setting his sights on. Let me see if I can get his number here real quick.
Number 3, I believe, is Pro Ripper, a guy that
Pro Ripper is.
He's been up in the booth a couple good. He's a good kid.
All right, yeah, he was driving a real good car there, and I was really appreciating his line.
No problem, Robbie. I appreciate that. I'll try that one. I'll do 1 click for the next race just to test. I don't want to go overpower with the going up to 2 in case that's too loud, but I'll try 1 more click. So thank you, Robbie. I appreciate you tuning in. And, go put a shrimp on the barbie while you drive on the right side of the road in your Citron or Piguo or whatever you drive.
Falcon, I'm so sorry.
Looks like Grl Rippers actually fell off a little bit. Johnny Cash saw the heat coming from him and looked like he stepped it up. Now he's starting to fall a little more in line with our 99 car that we were just speaking about earlier. Oh, here we go. Now he's trying to race it up a little bit.
Ah, that's a good racing to watch.
Now, in our in-race reporter here, can you give us a little description of positions right now where some of the cars are running so we can kind of dial it in?
Yeah, most of these guys are running middle to bottom. We got a couple of these guys that are really running the high line. They're the ones that are not burning off their tires that much. This track is really easy to run anywhere. I know a lot of guys complain about it. They say it's a one-lane track. I can run it anywhere. It just depends on the setup you put in your car. Like this time I'm running high line Hanson just so I can let this lead car go by.
HWH.
Yeah, high, wide, and loose.
High, wide, and loose. As everybody knows, I do have that tattooed on me, high, wide, and handsome. I was talking with Kate Taddy about his custom super speedway cars. Oh my goodness, that guy is super fast on the outside on that HWH line, high, wide, and handsome.
Oh, wow.
But as these guys are entering low, most of them, by the time they get to the exit of the corner, man, they've already merged up towards the top. I mean, you want to use as much of this track as you can, but for corner entry, everybody's basically using the bottom half of the turn.
Now, on when it comes to versus cars here, I mean, when it comes to my Cup car, I run the high line, and that is just where you keep the thing spooled up, and you come out of there like a rocket come out of four. Now, when it comes to the Xfinity cars, I know they have a little less power, but you want to keep them spooled up. So, would that high line be beneficial for these Xfinity cars, or do they actually, because they are lower power or maybe have more torque into these turns, is that bottom line really coming into play?
Just to
the
talk
bottom
about
line is more important here. It's actually more playable. I wouldn't say it is necessarily a preferred line or a faster line, but it is usable. It's not as bad as in the Cup cars where it is a one-line track. But when you get here in the Xfinity Series and later on, also the Truck Series, this track is just like Chicago, man. You can spread it out.
Go with the move.
You guys have seen it all race, 3, 4, 5 wide.
Yeah, really opens up here. We got Cash here on the bottom again. He is just sticking low and fast is what he's looking for. He's looking for that short line around, and he found it. He found that short line.
Yep.
Yes, he did. Very good job.
I guess everybody has different driving
styles. Oh, and he's not done yet? Oh, another great run to the inside.
I think he got a little loose right there, but yeah, he's making a run to that inside.
He's trying to hold that guy on the bottom right now. Oh,
yeah.
I
ran 100% here. He's going to hold it. He stays off the wall.
Woo! That's it. That's putting a power move. Oh, we got a car loose.
Just kid. I'm on board with him right now.
Oh, my goodness.
But Jay Doucette in that 7, in that Klondike Cup, I've never seen that. That's an awesome paint scheme, too.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we got less than 25 to go for the leaders.
25 for leaders. Oh, goodness. Now it's going to start hitting nitty-gritty.
Yep, you can start to see these guys start.
Oh, no! We got Grl Ripper just hit the apron. Oh, he spun. And up into...
Man, he's having a really good day.
Turn 3. Coming out of turn 4. So he caught it going into 3 right there. Come out of 4. Oh, goodness. He was running a good race. He just ran a little too low.
Got a nice little battle up here. We're going over here with the 23, I believe. Night King touches the wall on that high side. Burt Wood running that middle line. Again, I ran a 100% race here the other night. I track people down on you old worn tires on that high line. So it depends on how you drive it, though. But I like keeping my car spooled up, especially at a track like this, though. But
we got a mad run on the pit road right now, and we got a car in the grass. Oh my goodness.
The only issue with that, guys, is you're going to get 18 laps of fuel, and they're going to be about 22 laps to go, so...
We're going to jump back on board with Intimidator here again. Guys, remember, he just got a wheel. This was his 3rd development race. Had some issues, and he has gotten a lot more proficient, a lot more smooth, as we see him up there on the high side right there, too. So
somebody in the grass in 1 and 2.
Oh, and as I say that, commentary curse. He touches the wall.
Oh,
coming to pit lane.
Commentary curse.
Jay Doucette in that beautiful Klondike.
He must have knew you were speaking about him.
Yeah. I do like that Klondike paint scheme, guys. I've never seen that before. That's pretty sharp, actually. We see Dirt Dog back here, the old dirty dog on
crazy.
On the outside of Crazy
Yeah,
Bratton.
Crazy Bratton here on the bottom. Oh,
Dirt
we
Dog.
got a potential.
Dirt Dog, if you're listening, you want to come down just a little bit. Make that straightaway as
Oh.
straight as possible to get a better
Whoa,
ride. Great
that
drive.
was close. Did we
Wow.
see that?
Wow. Yeah, watch the
What was
broadcast on that.
Hey,
Wow.
I got a
I
little
don't know
bit
what
of
happened, but
George,
that
man. I
was-
just peed a little. I'm 4 laps down, but I still peed a little.
That is a pucker
I
factor,
flipped
boys.
out. I can't believe that. I can't believe everyone made it through, to be honest with you. That's how it came out of nowhere.
That was a pucker factor.
Oh. Hold on to it. Hold on to it, Crazy. Crazy Brad with the good save.
Guys, remember, we were on 3 times tire wear, so, yeah, thankfully the stages are on. Strategy's still going to come into play for these guys. So captains do want to see that, too. What kind of strategy do you have? Robbie, you have to work on me. Money Mike, please be quiet right there. I know you're going to say something. Back on board with Captain Jack. But, yeah, the captains are looking at all aspects of these guys out here. And we've got great racing all over the track, starting to single file a little bit. Guys going to pit lane, guys coming out, like our in-race reporter, Arch. Thanks again for your hard work today. Same thing with Taddy, but they will be short on fuel. So how are these guys going to play it? You can't save 6 laps here.
Well, some of them are going to be right around 2 laps to try and save. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, racing as hard as they're racing, but if somebody could pull out that extra 2 laps and make it to the end, they're going to wind up winning this race. I just don't see it happening.
MP Roofer talks about it all the time. He has a clutch
Dimebag's
pedal.
out of gas trying to hit.
Oh, Dimebag's out of gas, yeah. But
We got a 4 ride battle here. Oh,
Roofer is great
Nope,
at saving
sort of.
fuel, so anybody with DSR and Edtho over there, talk to your buddy, MP Roofer.
Arch, nice move right in the middle. Showing the boys which way to go.
On board with
I
Chanda
see
right
it.
there.
I
JD
see
said
that
he-
one. Good move. Good move.
3 wide,
Nice
guys.
slide.
They're going 3 wide.
Oh goodness, here we go. 3 wide.
Chanda's on the inside. JD set to the inside.
Can they hold?
There we go. We
They're
got Crazy
racing
Brat.
it tough. They're not letting it go either.
T Clay backed out of that. And we got Just Ken right there, guys. Man, we have some fast guys up
they're
here.
bouncing off each other, trying to hold the line. Oh, smart.
Holy cow. These
Wow,
guys
I was
We got
holding
a
my
lot of
breath
smart
there
drivers
too.
out here, man. These guys, yeah, they're racing hard, they're racing aggressive,
3
but they're
wide
racing with their
again.
brains.
Just Ken makes a move to the inside. T Chandy gets
Ken's
a
got
little
fresh
bit of a
tires.
T Chandy gets a little bit of a bump by Crazy Brat. Crazy
They
Brat
are
to
not
the inside.
letting up
Ken to the
at
middle.
all right
T
now.
Chandy makes contact
no!
with Ken. Chanda to the
Get him
wall.
there.
Oh goodness gracious.
Goodness. Oh man, he was he was trying to hold it. Oh, and they're not done yet. They're not done yet.
I don't want to leave that battle, guys, but again, we're going to start. Yeah, we're going to click through the field here. If you could keep an update on that drop.
Yeah, I'll
We're gonna
keep an
click through-
eyeball on this one. You go ahead and continue
Yeah,
on.
we're gonna-
but,
like I
yeah,
said,
these
I
boys,
want-
I'm going to stay right here for a minute.
I want to give everybody out there as much time
Oh,
as I
we
can
got-
to get seen by the captains.
Yeah,
I mean-
Cheddar Bear, he went too low on that, and he's now on the apron. He's coming down low
Ooh,
for
Johnny
a pit. There you
Cash.
go.
If Johnny Cash
All
just
right.
came out of the pit,
Cheddar Bear's in pit.
you need. Yeah, I don't know if he got loose or was just down there, but Johnny Cash appears just to come up on the track. Again, you got to run it out to the back. But seeing the names scroll
Had high
at the
hopes
top,
for him.
guys, look at this. We got Kigo, T Chanda, Edthrow, Truth, Dimebag, Night King. As it's slowly crawling across, I'll keep writing some names out there. We got Tackleberry. He's a great guy, good friend too. Some of these, we had Shadow Grim, good guy, man. I think he lagged out a little bit early, saw his car on pit lane. Crazy Brat, and I mean, look at the names for Intimidator. Captain Jack again, C-Dub, he's with DSR, great dirt guy, coming over the pavement guy with his setups, man. C-Dubs has great setups. JD set in that 7 car. I mean, like I said, I want to say everybody's name if I can, but just Ken. Look at all this racing, guys. This is one stacked. If this was a heat race and you had to qualify for a main, I wouldn't want to be in this one, y'all.
Yeah.
Can it be the top 20?
This looks aggressive. This definitely looks aggressive.
Yeah, just
Now,
Ken.
I'm looking for
Attack,
I'm looking
Johnny
for
Cash.
Sticky Icky. I'm looking
Uncle
for Sticky Icky.
I like that name.
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar
Where
with him
is this
personally.
guy?
I don't think I've raced with him, but I remember that name. He was looking real good. I like the color of his car. He was looking real smooth. Oh, car hits grass going into the pit lane. Johnny Cash, name on taken. Obviously, our one and only Archangel still here. Dr. Robbie Boppy. His name's now coming across. Uncle Sticky Icky. Thanks, guys, for being here, man. We're trying to get everybody's names. Try to get everybody some TV cred. These captains want to see everybody out there. We got questions out there. Who's signed and who's not? Quite a few of these guys are not signed for the captains out there. Burntwood, like I said, Pro Ripper. Man, these guys are all going at it, man.
Yeah, I got Uncle Sticky Icky's battle right now. Looks like he was going to take this guy on the outside. Trying to keep it on the bottom here, doing the short shoot, and that did not prevail. Sticky Icky takes him, and now he is. Now he's taking Dirt Dog, is it?
Yeah, Dirt Dog's got the all-black car with that rookie stripe, as he calls it, the rookie car, you know. I used to run a number that was completely blacked out. So Dirt Dog trying to be a little under the radar. Nine to go. Randy Caldwell, Broom, Clay. Look at these Tex Pelt, Kigo, man. The names just keep scrolling across. We're trying to get to everybody. Some of these guys signed, some of them not. Man, this is a stacked race. You want to prove yourself? You want to prove yourself in Giggity? Here's your chance.
Just can for a little bit. Dude, see, Johnny Cash had something special to offer for a little bit.
2 weeks worth of awesome drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Just in this development race.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job of holding their cars together. I guarantee you that.
And we still got another one coming up, and our own Tron will be over there in that one also.
I'm excited. Now I'm getting a little nervous watching these boys run, man. Oh no. Gotta make sure you put on a good show and keep it clean.
That's what I love about the development races. You know, the people that you race with, who's going to be fast. And some of these guys you may not know, they come out and they're super fast, and you're like, oh, and they're making a name for themselves super quick too. You know, so be careful of people you don't know, because if they are doing this race, they're here for a reason. If we see these guys back here, T Chanda, I believe that's just Ken and T Clay battling it out.
And that is one of the greatest things to see right now is some of these new names and you're wondering, wow, is this going to be one of the next new fast drivers? Is this going to be the next the Bear, or is this going to be one of the bad fasts of some sorts? We're looking for that next generation to step up, and we have a whole new game now with Heat 4. How they've done such a fantastic job with this game. Still ironing out the difficulties.
Oh, Carhart into the wall. I don't know who that was. Who was that? He just drove straight into it. I don't know if it was a lag. I'm trying to click over to see who that was. That could have messed some people up, and I don't think they would have.
That was their Intimidator, actually. Oh, and he's still slowed up here.
Oh,
Intimidator still rode up. Oh my goodness, now he's causing a little bit of issue. Oh goodness. Yeah, he was. He got woed up there. Got a little loose, and he creates a little bit of a bottleneck, and those 3 cars really stacked up on top of him pretty quick.
Guys, there's so much caliber talent, and we've had good racing all night.
5 to go. 5 to go.
5 to go. Oh,
yep.
This winding down. Now I can see exactly where this is coming from, because it just seems like everyone's more up on that wheel right now. They're not going for every position, and I want to see those. I want to see these passes right there. Cars off the wall, things of that nature.
Battle right there. That's on the Intimidator. I think that's our man Edtho over there, trying to click over to him in that battle real quick.
The 51 is
we got a side by side Randy Cadwell and looks like our own Archie. Yeah. Oh we might have some problems here. We're coming up on some slow traffic.
I use a pick.
Looks like Arch got he used the pick. He used him as a pick. That was beautiful. He rode him up pretty good. Now he's got himself a little bit of a gap now. On good old Randy.
For fun. Just Ken. He's trying to stretch it to the end of this race on fuel. I told you somebody was going to try.
Robert's out there. We got
He's the one trying.
He said he wished he could
race. By his outside. Come on, Ken.
We are winding down here.
I'm not supposed to be unbiased, but
everybody out there, hit that like, hit that subscribe button.
He's hitting the pit.
Oh, he was gonna run out of fuel. Yeah, he wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a lengthy little stretch. They're gonna have 3 to go at the line, so.
And that is such a hard call to make too. To try to stretch your fuel, burn your tires off, slowing up your lap speeds. And then if you have to pit, you're done.
Pit road heading into 1. I'm not sure who that is.
Uh-oh.
Through the middle of 1 and 2, coming off of 2 now.
I think it's Captain Jack.
Custom car.
All orange. That would be Captain Jack if that is the color of his car. We see a couple cars
Hey,
on
Jack.
tonight still. We'll jump on board with him real quick. Captain Jack, always fast. He was one of those guys that raced with Wednesday nights. DSR picked him up quickly. Going to drive a cup car for him. Great to see that. Captain Jack's a good kid. Everybody knows that him and I go back and forth.
Dirt Dog taking the outside of Dimebag. Sorry about that. That was a beautiful pass, and he had that momentum, and that was clean.
That's great to see Dirt Dog. I know he's been putting in a lot of work, and again, Dirt Dog has
Should be
not
white
been
flag
feeling.
this time.
Dirt Dog has not been
Next time
feeling
by.
well this week, so that's great to see him out there. Captains, keep an eye on Dirt Dog. He is a great ambassador for us too. I mean, ask Arch, ask Ron too.
One to go.
These guys,
Yes.
Dirt
Yeah.
Dog promotes every night. Every
Yeah.
night he promotes Giggity very well. Even when he's not racing, he's watching. So thanks, Tom, aka Dirt Dog.
We have amazing battle going on right here between the two red cars here. We have the Night King, and he is holding his own on the outside. And he keeps getting run up on, but he just will
Coming
not
down
give
the
up that
checkers.
outside, and it is paying off because now he just
27
got it.
live viewers. That's awesome,
Great
guys.
job.
We have 27
Tap the
viewers
one.
out there.
Very well.
Thanks for that
Appreciate all
update,
that.
It's awesome. Each race that we do here in
Captain
Giggity, we
Jack,
get more
huh?
and more viewers.
Oh my goodness! So I got to keep my eye on that guy because he might have something really fast.
Oh, Jack is fast, man.
Yeah, without
That
a
was
doubt.
fun.
He's not as fast as well, no, he is faster than Money Mike. Since I haven't heard from him.
Captain Jack, Night King, T Clay, Truth Tattoo, Kigo Baseball, Randy Caldwell, Just Ken, J. Doucette, Tackleberry, Broom.
Look at that,
Hello.
guys.
All right, Tackleberry made it in the top 10. I was rooting for him for some reason. I'm not sure why, but yeah.
He won his very first development race and got signed immediately to Trey. Again, Tackle, one of those guys I've raced with for a long time, so good for him. Captain Jack, great to see him take a black and white. Man, this was a stacked field, guys, and we still have one more to go.
Wow!
I think
Exciting!
I need to
Super
go
exciting.
I need to go get that rock star and put the keystone down so I can be more alert for that next one, right, guys? No, just kidding.
I'm gonna have to splash my
Ladies and
cup of
gentlemen,
coffee
we're gonna
because
get
this is
ready
gonna
to,
work.
We're gonna get ready to step away from this broadcast. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna switch over. I'm gonna start building these lobbies for the other race, and we'll be back to you guys here in about 15 minutes for the next race, and then we'll have post-race interviews with the first race winners and the second race winners later after.
And like to thank everybody for watching.
Good luck next race, Tron. We'll be able to look for you out there, man. Be smooth, be
Thanks,
smart.
buddy.
We know that you're fast, so we will keep an eye on you. But Money Mike, are you staying in for the next one?
Yeah, I want to get my car off the hauler.
Yeah, right. I know. I know. I kind of.
All right.
I want to go hit that
Tron,
button.
be right
So,
back.
but yep, Tron, Money Mike, Arch, and put it in the booth. I'm doing the broadcast. I will sign off for this one. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. Great race. Any suggestions? Again, if anybody can help me or want to see something different from my actual broadcasting, please let me know. I'm always up to help improve myself and for Giggity. But yep, Tron, Arch, Money Mike, Puddin'. We'll see you for the second development race at Kansas.
Copy.